Welcome to part 11 of Rise of Lyric. This game is fucking boring, so what do you want to talk about?
Anything apart from this.
Yeah, that's how enthusiasm
Look
plays
at
going.
that loading.
I'd rather not, to be honest. Let's just jump to closer to where we're meant to be, because this hub world's so bloody big. Yeah, so
Is this Bygone Island or not Bygone Island?
this is still all on Bygone. That's how big this place is and how easy it is to get lost in this place.
This is the Sky Sanctuary-esque place.
Yes.
Up next.
Yeah, Sky Sanctuary, but boring. That's what it kind of comes down to. Because Sky Sanctuary, like, in both 3 and K and Generations, it does the whole, like, Sky world atmosphere right, whereas this, it just kind of, it's just so boring.
They're bothering with the animation that time.
That barely fits.
The thing is, though, that was just an image plastered on the thing. They've just clipped the object through that.
Yeah.
They haven't created any beveling or anything. Just
Come on, guys.
I love how Amy's so enthusiastic and the others just sort of follow along begrudgingly.
oh, there they go. They will be missed.
Rest in peace.
They have gone to heaven now.
They went back to their home planet.
I must go now, my planet needs me, and then they're like slowly cropped off the screen like
You really should have put in the start menu when they were going up.
Yeah, meanwhile, like, it bumps into like Sonic as he's being flown up to the moon there.
Yeah, the platforms
you know this is a Sky place. Does Knuckles mention anything about like Sky Sanctuary? Or...
No, I don't think so.
Right.
But,
the platforms with the strips that are landscape. Those are the ones that break.
yeah. Now, this section here kind of rubs in a lot of my problems with this game's platforming in general, in that we're going to spend so much time just in this one particular room, just like finding switches and crap.
We're too close to give up now.
You made me play this level.
Yeah, I make you play this level. I ended up making you play the whole game, aren't you? Glad you know me.
I finished it in one day. And then tricked you into believing that I hadn't brought the game back. The disappointment on your face when it turned out I had.
I'm sad.
Oh well.
That's alright. I know I've made you suffer plenty, so it kind of balances out in the long run.
Not really.
It will do.
It hasn't balanced out enough.
I'll find more and more crap for you to play. I think it's around here. Just Amy there, like, not even pay attention to that thing there.
Wait, has Stephen played Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Did you give it to him?
Yeah, I played
How
for
long
it.
ago was that?
That was ages ago now, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was like near the beginning of last year.
Did you have fun with that particular game, Steve? Do you not like the Hedgehog?
It was more tolerable than Heroes, but I still say it is technically worse.
You have to, like, replay certain things more, I guess. It's kind of hard because, like, you have to repeat the early levels like 10 times, but you don't have to play through the whole story mode 10 times, if you know what I mean.
Plus, doing the neutral things is the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, but, like, if you want to get the proper ending of the game, you kind of have to get all 10 endings, which, like, I could really do without that. What I think they could have done to make it less bearable is once you've beat the story mode, if you could, like, jump in part way through the story mode, like, to wherever you got to, and, like, do the alternate route for that.
That would have made it more tolerable.
Because, like, the alternate route things is an interesting idea from conception. It just really wasn't executed at all well.
And all Sonic needs at the moment is becoming more confusing.
Of course. That was the time when, like, obviously they still have no idea what the hell they're doing with Sonic, but then it was particularly obvious they didn't know what to do with the tone of Sonic at that time. Because now, like, games like this and Lost World and that, like, they still don't have it down, but at least they've got the tone of, like, they're realising it's a cartoony hedgehog, we don't need to take this too seriously. Whereas, like, with Shadow, it's trying to take it way too seriously for what it is.
Imagine if Tails didn't figure out how to make those inner beams.
Here we go.
They'd
They would be screwed.
They'd be stuck at the beginning for all eternity. Well, except for Knuckles, because he can glitch his way out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'd love it if like you got Knuckles flying with all the characters sort of hanging on his foot.
I'm gonna go this way along the beams. Do not fall on me.
Falls on her.
Yeah. Look at, I am so careful with video games if you can't tell.
Careful isn't a thing in this game.
No, there is no obligation to be careful, so just do what you want, really.
This is the curse of immortality.
Yeah. Like, you might not die, but you'll have endless pain. I
God's sake.
I love how like, she's holding the hammer down as she's falling, like, this will protect me, right?
Well, she's not going to die, so...
What the hell does she think she is? 4?
Looks like we're
No, because then she'd be able to shoot lightning, and that would make this game marginally better.
Shoot lightning, but then Square Enix will cry.
Let's keep going before you.
I hate you.
It's not my fault that she's their waifu as a company. 30.
They pretty much just do Final Fantasy games and that's it with Square Enix, don't
They've
they?
been doing some other stuff, like they did
What?
Bravely, well, they've done Bravely Default, they did like the Tomb Raider reboot.
I'm not really interested too much in Bravely Default, to be honest.
I know that's got a huge following, so like that's fair for what it is, really.
Sonic and Tails just went by on the Tornado replacement.
Yeah.
I think Final Fantasy 7 is overrated as fuck, I hate it.
I've never played it.
Shit.
To be fair, I don't really play many RPGs in general because I really don't have the patience for them more than anything.
I only just play Pokemon.
Yeah, same here really. I know that's like casual territory for RPGs, but fuck it, it means I don't have to waste as much time on stuff. You see, that's why I like the newer Pokemon games. Like, one thing I really hate in any game is when you have to replay the same things over and over. So like, the fact you can cut down on grinding, I can kind of get rid of
I
that.
don't mind the grinding on Pokemon though, that makes it good. Like, I find it like it's more of a challenge because with the XP share, it holds your hand a little bit too much in the like newer games.
I would rather that than wasting my time. I can see what you're saying.
What's the point
but
of that one being there?
I don't know.
It was pointing in the same direction as the other one.
You know, this is like the magic laser beam equivalent of having like loads and loads of extension leads.
Essentially.
Just feeding off one after the other.
Yeah, you know, Stephen in what was it in Pokemon? In Gen 3, when I had it in Ruby, he used to give me a lot of trouble when I was fighting him, like, first time round, but now, I just beat his whole team just using my Swampert.
Yeah.
And it's like with Diancie, or whatever, Dianthia, or whatever.
Diancie was
Diantha.
Diantha.
Yeah.
She's so pathetically easy.
Yeah,
I
she
beat
is.
her with Triumphant's Bite. That's all I did, use Bite 300 times.
Yeah, what they needed in X and Y was like they needed to like up the levels of the Elite Four and the champion once you've beat the game once.
Say
so,
Iris is the second easiest champion.
yeah, I never bothered beating Black and White too, so I don't really.
It's a really good generation, Black and White.
Good job.
I think I'd overkilled my interest in Pokemon at that time. I think I played through Black, and I think I'd started like I think that was
a lot
around
of
when
people
we.
just say it's meh, but I don't think it's bad though. I think like the most meh game is probably Generation 4.
Yeah, Gen 4 really kind of it outstayed its welcome as a generation
But
as well.
I will say this: it does have one of the best storylines.
Yeah. Oh, what you mean Gen 5?
No, 4
Oh.
and Gen 5.
5 does interesting stuff with the story. I'll give it that.
I like N. N is a really interesting character.
Yeah, he's got that whole kind of creepy innocence
Innocence.
thing going on, which
See,
is an interesting kind of
I'm
character.
not sure
trope.
if you want to edit this out or anything, but N oddly reminds me of Michael Jackson for some
I
reason.
know what you mean. Like
Yeah.
him in himself. I think we talked about this a bit in Fire Red as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's
He didn't have a childhood, and it sort of reminds me of N in some way.
yeah. Meanwhile, here's a laser going through Knuckles.
Yeah. Why are you having such trouble trying to punch that?
I was hitting it and nothing was happening.
You need to punch it from behind.
I was trying.
You were at the side of it.
I'm sorry. Are we being particular here?
Yes!
Alright, fair play. But I'm meant to be the anal retentive one here, okay?
Crystal chamber, here we come.
That's subtlety. I wonder where I'm meant to go now. That was actually a gutsy jump with Knuckles, really, wasn't it?
Well, then again, it's like Yahtzee says, "Why do you think I'm so stupid, Sonic Boom? You bought me. Touche!"
I almost missed that then. That would have been so embarrassing if I missed the obvious
Dying
answer.
Light as well. I don't think he likes Dying Light.
I didn't mind it that much.
I watched someone play that game on stream a while back, and it seems like an interesting game. I think if I ever get one of the next gen consoles, I'll probably pick it up, but just to give it a shot.
What is it, a next gen console? Game?
Current gen nowadays, but yeah, it's X-Plane on PS4.
Alright.
It looks like a cool game. I remember seeing like a skyscraper section in it.
I just thought it was a PC game at first.
No, it's on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Alright. And PC as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there is a PC version. I saw like a particular like skyscraper section. You climb up the side of a skyscraper, and it looks like there's some really interesting platforming things going on there. I'm not sure how I feel about like first-person platforming in general, but it looks like an interesting take on it.
I think it's the same people who've done Dead Island.
Yeah, it is. They've kind of left Dead Island now to do their something that they wanted to do, because I think they weren't too keen on the way the storyline went in Dead Island or something.
It was okay in Dead Island, but Dead Island Riptide, it's got a shitty story.
Then again, apparently the storyline in Dying Light isn't exactly anything special.
It's more focused on the action, really.
Yeah.
I remember seeing some footage and thinking they're just trying to get as many different accents in as they can. Anyway, remember the part we're getting up to, Stephen?
Oh yeah. Sonic supposedly dies, but then again, Lyric should know by now that these characters cannot die.
Like, Sonic's been killed before by Mephiles and that didn't work, so what makes you think it's going to work now?
Different universe, but
Yeah, I suppose.
but even so, throughout this entire game, he can't die.
Yeah. Is it a good idea to insult the guy who's surrounding you with killer robots?
Well, if you can't die, then
Yeah.
yes.
True point.
And he's faced more robots.
It's the story in Sonic 06 ridiculously long.
Yeah.
That's what makes it worse.
Well, at least it's kind of stupid. Like, this is just poorly written, whereas, like,
Yeah, but it's shorter in this, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Where did those crystals come from?
Have we not already established this,
I
Stephen?
know, but still I like to question it.
They keep them up their ass.
And why did they surrender? They can't die. And they
That's a delayed no, wasn't it?
That dramatic slow-mo death.
Today.
Oh, God. And they faced more robots than that in one area.
Yeah, like,
So what's so threatening?
fair enough, like, if Lyric had brought in, like, a new robot, like, there was a bigger one and it was a boss, and that would make sense, like, for him to kind of defeat him, whereas now, like, they're just a standard mooks, aren't they?
Don't just stand there.
I thought that was Knuckles' dick then.
Okay.
And that shows just how weak Lyric's robots are. There was a whole group of the heavy versions there, and that's all it did, it stunned him.
Look, like, we're fighting that same number of robots right now, aren't we, pretty much? Like, there's maybe a few more,
bit
but...
less.
Yeah.
There was like 15 of them or so in the last one, I don't know. But and he's meant to be the fastest thing alive. He could
we can run away.
the scene in Sonic and the Black Knight at the beginning when he just sweeps all of them enemies in one shot because he's so fast.
Yeah, and he doesn't even drop his chili dog in the process. Like,
Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the weather. I've just noticed it's raining.
Wow, it is pissing me down out there.
Is that some heavy rain? Is Ethan Mars' son gonna disappear?
Jason!
Jason!
I'll just look out.
Jason!
I'll just look out the window in a minute. He's in your garden. Get back to David Cage, you idiot.
I just love how many scenes of that game are literally just Ethan looking sad. Really, Ethan should consider taking out sun insurance at that point. Like, I mean, seriously, man.
Jason insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, for all your Jasoning needs. Press X to cry.
Press F to pay respect.
I love that. That's from the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
That's so great. This is another jump that's kind of finicky to make with aiming.
7.8, too much water.
Yeah.
Too much feels.
We're going on a fields trip.
7.8, too much waterworks.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a leak.
I gotta get this door open.
There's a leak. What, like, is it a leek soup or?
That sounds nice.
I made leek soup the other day. You know, I found I had a hole in my saucepan.
You just remind me of something from The Simpsons when Willie's using a colander to shield him from the rain. He's saying like, come with us. Nah, so long as I've got something to cover me from the rain, that's a colander. So that's where all my soup went.
I remember there was this like one flashback thing of like Homer talking about how he was caught outside in like a lightning storm and he just went, I grabbed a bit of metal to protect myself and hid under a tree. The Simpsons has had some bloody good moments over time, hasn't it? I still think my favourite thing like of all time from The Simpsons is the one where like Homer's in the cherry picker and he's like, I'm not normally a praying man, but if you're up there, please save me, Superman.
I thought he was talking about with the balloons. I hope this will work. These are for you if you'll let me use your cherry picker.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've been given balloons before, but they weren't this nice.
That is such a good episode overall, isn't it?
Good job, buddy. Keep it up.
Anyway, here we see some of Tails' completely suicidal buddy bots, because if there's them, like, cut things in the way, the buddy bot won't care, he will just walk into it and die.
I'll tell you what is a really memorable episode. Lisa's birthday. The one where Michael Jackson, when he sings the song, that was like a really touching moment.
Yeah. I find it interesting how Michael Jackson actually voiced that guy like his talking voice, and he did it under a false name. Like they had, like I think for like legal reasons or something, they had to have like an impersonator do the actual singing moments. But But like voicing the character
It done
himself,
it really well.
Yeah. I forget the gentleman's name who was like doing the impersonation. I think he was like one of their regular guys who like had also done some work like playing as Michael Jackson or something. I can't even really remember.
Okay.
But I remember Michael Jackson was credited as John J. Smith.
Yeah.
Because I think it was one of them things that he was supposed to like keep stum about it for some reason, and like they didn't want it to be clock on that he was actually working on it. Because he also wrote that Do the Bartman song, didn't he?
Who, Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay.
I think he co-wrote that or wrote that.
Oh.
Which that song is so obviously 90s. You know?
Obligated Knuckles section.
Yeah. I want to see Knuckles doing the Bartman now. Everybody, if you can do the Bartman. Love it. There's that other one, wasn't there, called Deep Deep Trouble. I don't know whether Michael Jackson had any involvement in that one or not. I remember that one like kind of had a similar sort of tone to it, just Bart doing a stupid rap song, but it was amusing at least.
Do that voodoo that only you do, Knuckles.
Jesus Christ. This is a wall that Mega Man X doesn't want to jump up. If you see what I mean.
What's the point of those things? They're not even spinning. Were they meant to?
I don't know. Maybe they're just playing on the fact that Knuckles is thick in this game and might just run into him.
But I feel as though they just forgot about that section. That is probably what happened.
Yeah, it might be like they didn't like put the motion in properly, or they might just have been things for you to like climb around. I'm not really sure.
But on previous sections, they've been spinning around while climbing
That's
a
true,
knuckle.
yeah.
Hey, big boy. How about we get this
I
door
don't
open
know.
before we die?
Unless there's maybe like some stipulation that makes them spin. Oh look, this is very difficult. Like that one, granted, if they were spinning, that would be basically impossible to get past. So maybe it was like intentional for them to be static. Oh look, it's another one of these buggers. I feel like I'm saying that so many times now. Oh look, it's another one of these. Just because we're saying the same things.
It's robot number 2562.
I wonder if all these robots like have serial numbers and like Lyric or Eggman or whoever can like look on the computer or where they're going or what they're doing.
Well, they got actual names. Gary, Bob,
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Door again.
I remember that in the credits of one of the Sonic Paradox, one of the music videos, they had like Eggman reading off the names of all his departed robots, like, all the egg bombs, and that's so sad.
That looks odd, that swinging spike ball. It doesn't look quite right. It looks really stiff.
Yeah. Like, it's because they've got their whole kind of preset directions they go in, and I don't know, it just looks really awkward.
It's like it sort of freezes for a second, then it goes back.
Meanwhile, the structure in this place really isn't that well built, is it, if you think about it? All these kind of things that just sort of fall.
It's amazing that all of it is falling now when Sonic and Co are there. And this is over another landscape. This is over Bygone Island.
Yeah, this is like these. By the looks of it, they were back from like Lyric's time. They were built, and they're just starting falling all together now.
There's going to be a lot of dead civilians.
Yeah. Oh no! The Sonic X staff were here. Everyone was saved.
Oh god. They moved out the city before the tsunami came.
Yeah, like the whole city is fucking mullered, and yet everyone survived
Within a split second without anyone knowing.
Yeah, good old 4Kids. I actually do kind of miss 4Kids, I'm not gonna lie. Like some of their earlier dubs, like they were bad in terms of dubs, but I kind of like what they did with some of them.
You're going to go back down to the floor in a minute and you're going to find that there's just rubble everywhere. Bygone Island has been devastated by all of this rubble that has just suddenly chosen to collapse at this point in time.
No, that's alright. People had a chance to go because there were some frame drops just before it hit the floor, so they had time to move.
Oh, it's lacking, thank God.
No, it's alright. They all hid in that one alley. They were safe.
Wait a minute, if we leave this area, that area will stop loading.
I kind of like this little section here, like trying to make you build up speed a bit. Like, obviously it's automated as all hell, but it's the moment I remember from this level, and the fact I'm remembering something from a Sonic Boom level, that's amazing in itself. Anyway, did I just like destroy the thing I'm standing on?
Yeah, he should be dead. Don't worry, he respawned.
No, this is where he could have done with having the Chaos Emerald so he could fly up Super Sonic.
If that's where they parked the tornado,
Yeah.
how the hell did they get to where Knuckles and Amy were?
I don't fucking know.
Did Tails just suddenly decide to use his flying abilities for once?
You're asking me to make sense of this. I don't think I can do
No,
that.
I'm not asking you. I'm just questioning how illogical this game is being again.
I'm questioning life. I'm questioning my mental state. I'm questioning like what I'm doing here. You ever wonder why we're here?
The plane is our only way out.
Not really.
To question Sonic.
It's one of life's great mysteries.
What the fuck am I doing with my life? Yeah.
I think I was put here to be the greatest person in the world.
There was a boost section. You fall through the platform after that. And there was a boost section going up that building. It's broken you finally. No. That plane didn't get enough movement.
No, it's how the plane isn't damaged at all, despite the fact that like this whole road fell on it. Yeah.
How is that road even floating?
Bear in mind, this is another plane built by the same guy who at one point forgot to put a landing brake in his plane. Like, I'm sure this wouldn't be that sturdy.
Actually, he didn't build this plane, remember? They found it.
Oh, right, yeah. No, surely he would have done some work to it, because it was kind of wrecked, wasn't it? I don't know.
I think Cliff was the one that got it working.
Yeah. Anyway, we're ending this part on a
why is
cliffhanger.
Tails even there?
I don't know. He's got a role to fill.
He has a pilot's license.
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah. Now you're plain bullshitting.
I hate you.